Let's begin with the opening of the email. The writer begins by saying, I recently heard about the student art exhibition and was very excited to participate. This sentence immediately introduces the reason for writing and expresses enthusiasm and support. In formal communication, opening with a positive attitude helps create a polite and cooperative tone. The reader can immediately understand both the topic and the writer's emotional response. Next, the writer gives some personal background information. The email says, I have always enjoyed painting and drawing, and I think this exhibition is a great chance for students to share their creativity with others on campus. These sentences explain why the event is meaningful to the writer. Rather than simply reporting a problem, the writer first establishes a personal connection to the exhibition. This makes the message sound more sincere and engaged. The writer also includes an additional supportive comment by saying, I also appreciate that the club supports young artists and organizes cultural events for students. This sentence compliments the organization and acknowledges its positive role on campus. In many formal emails, adding respectful praise can strengthen the relationship between the writer and the reader. After providing background information, the writer explains the situation in chronological order. The email states, Yesterday evening, I completed the online registration form and uploaded several pictures of my artwork. Notice that the writer clearly describes the actions that were completed. Using chronological order helps the reader follow the sequence of events easily. Then, the email introduces the main problem with the transition word, however. The writer says, however, just after I clicked the submit button, the website suddenly closed and showed an error message. The transition, however, is important because it signals a contrast between the successful preparation process and the unexpected technical problem. This makes the organization of ideas clearer and more logical. Next, the writer explains the reason for uncertainty. The sentence says, since I did not receive a confirmation email, I am not sure whether my registration was completed successfully. Here, the subordinate clause beginning with since explains the cause of the concern. The writer logically connects the missing confirmation email with uncertainty about the registration status. This type of cause and effect explanation is very common in formal problem reporting emails. After explaining the problem, the writer makes a polite request. The sentence, could you please let me know if my registration and artwork were received, uses the expression, could you please, which is a formal and respectful way to ask for assistance. Polite modal expressions are frequently used in academic and professional communication because they sound courteous rather than demanding. The writer then offers a possible solution by saying, if there was a problem, I would be happy to submit everything again. This conditional sentence shows flexibility and cooperation. Instead of only complaining, the writer demonstrates willingness to help resolve the issue. This creates a more positive and professional impression. Finally, the email closes with polite appreciation and a forward-looking statement. The writer says, thank you for your time and assistance, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. These expressions are standard formal closing statements. They express gratitude, maintain professionalism, and politely indicate expectation for a future response.